Hi, everyone. We're here in Rosarito, Mexico with Professor Elias Gallegos, black belt of Gracie, Humaita, Eastlake. How you doing, Professor?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for us that we have the opportunity to learn from you such details and techniques, movements. Tell us a little bit on your relationship with the Gracie, Humaita, and how is it doing in the United States, and of course.
Professor or Master Warrior Gracie lives in San Diego. Our main academy is based out of San Diego now. We have a main academy, the headquarters in San Diego, and then we obviously have the headquarters in Rio. And Humaita is growing. We have schools that are just coming on board. We have a number of schools in San Diego. The black belts in Southern California, we all get together every Tuesday and Thursday, and we train under Master Warrior. So we never stop learning it. To have a teacher and instructor like Master Warrior teaching us every two times a week, it's a dream come true for somebody who started jiu-jitsu. And hearing about the Gracie, one of the reasons I started jiu-jitsu was because I saw Hoist Gracie fight in the UFC, and I wanted to learn how to defend myself. And then to eventually be able to be under someone in the family as Master Warrior, it's just a dream come true.
How you see the development of Jiu-Jitsu in Mexico? For us, it's been taking longer, but thanks to you that you're sharing your knowledge with Rosarito, and you have a certain relationship. How do you see the future of sport?
Well, I think Mexico is probably, or at least Tijuana is going to be probably the next big thing to blow up. We have Entram over there, your school. We have little schools that are popping up, and people are hungry. And being so close to San Diego, there's so many great instructors in San Diego. I'm a little bit surprised that many of them haven't come over here to teach, to share. One of the biggest joys that I get is sharing the knowledge of jiu-jitsu. So I really see Mexico growing. There's a lot of good MMA fighters, a lot of good Muay Thai fighters over here. And the next step is to get a really good black belt instructor down here and to teach jiu-jitsu. You know, for me coming all the way down here from San Diego, and when I found out that there was going to be a lot of beginners, I was really happy because for me, jiu-jitsu is about the basics. That's what wins fights. Basic, basic, basic. You know, jumping this, jumping that, it looks really nice, and aesthetically, wow, you know, the guy did a jumping flying armbar. Great, but you're not going to pull it off in the street, you know. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu was built for a smaller person to be able to defend themselves against a larger opponent. And that's what we teach at Gracie. We teach self-defense, first and foremost, and then for the guys that want to compete, we teach sport. But, you know, I do see, and I know that Tijuana's had a lot of, they're active more in their tournaments. I've seen tournaments more in Tijuana. And so, I think it's going to grow. I think it's going to explode. This is not going to be my last time down here. You know, I hope to come back more often. I hope to come back to maybe your school, to other schools, and be a part of that program.
What do you think about having a good movement or good technique on the ground, on events such as the Abu Dhabi Combat Club? Most of the podium, the first three places come from Jiu-Jitsu. What do you think about using the kimono and against people that think that it's a shortcut to start doing without the kimono?
Well, I've always said from the beginning that you need the kimono. That's jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is the kimono. You need the kimono. It teaches you to be a lot tighter. There's technique and there's technicality in no-gi and in gi. But I can walk on the mat, and after 3 minutes in a class of 30 people, I can tell who trained in the kimono first in a no-gi class. I can tell who did kimono, I can tell who was just a wrestler, and I can tell who's only did no-gi. With the kimono, it makes your no-gi game tighter. And everybody walks around with a kimono. This is the kimono you have on right now. I can choke you with that shirt. If you have a jacket, I can choke you with the jacket. I can throw you with the jacket. Nobody walks around, or at least not where I live, nobody walks around in Vallepido shorts, you know, and no top, and nobody walks around like that. Everybody wears a kimono. The reason we wear the kimono is to simulate clothing, you know. But with the rise of Abu Dhabi and the no-gi game, I think it's important for people to be both. You know, sometimes you're at the beach and you don't have a shirt. You need to understand the difference between grabbing the neck, the hooks, and then grabbing the lapel. But you need to do both. But like Marcelo Garcia says, every great no-gi grappler first started off with the gi. You know, Master Hoyler, Dean Lister. Dean Lister didn't take off his gi until he was a brown belt. And then he started to run without it. And he trained so many years with the gi on. And he still does train with the gi on. So it's my belief that the gi must come first. It just makes you more technical. And I tell my students this. If you've ever seen a sprinter train, and they sprint, they wear when you run, you wear the weighted vest, you wear the parachute to sprint. What happens when you take it off? You're faster and you're stronger. Same thing with the kimono. If I can't tap you with the kimono on, when you take it out, there's no way I can tap you. You know? You're either going to be the spider or the fly. I choose to be the spider.
Master Helio Gracie and Master Hoyler Gracie put great emphasis on self-defense, which you represent them. A lot of people don't add the self-defense aspect to their jiu-jitsu curriculum.
And that's probably the most saddest thing that we're seeing in many jiu-jitsu schools nowadays, is that the focus is only on sport. And that's great. If you want to be a great sports team, that's great, but then I don't believe that that's jiu-jitsu. You know, some people might get mad or upset at that, but Grandmaster Helio has said he didn't create a sport, he created a martial art for self-defense. And in that aspect, there's sports in jiu-jitsu to test yourself against other guys who train jiu-jitsu. But first and foremost, jiu-jitsu is a self-defense. So at all the Gracie Humaita schools, we teach self-defense. There's a big difference between self-defense and sport jiu-jitsu. You know, a world champion came in. It's funny that you asked that question, because a world champion came in to my gym a few months back, and I asked him if he was doing self-defense, and he said, no, I don't really train self-defense. And I said, okay. So I grabbed him by the shirt, and I said, okay, we're in a fight, and I grabbed him, what are you going to do? So grab me, right? And he went like this, he tried to break the grip, like a tournament, he was trying to break the grip, right? And so when he did that, right, I started punching him in the face. And I said, that's not going to work, that's jiu-jitsu, that's sport jiu-jitsu, not self-defense. So there's a big fundamental difference between sport jiu-jitsu and self-defense. And I believe if you're a black belt, and I believe if your goal is to become a black belt jiu-jitsu, you must know both, or else you're going to rob your students of the beauty that is jiu-jitsu.
Any final thoughts towards the relationship that has built with Rosarito in Mexico? Any future plans on coming over? Well, like to have a date?
Well, I'm gonna talk with my friend Mario, and we're definitely gonna set something up where I come back. It's beautiful down here. I couldn't believe it. I've never been down here before, and I'm definitely gonna come back when we get a date. Definitely Facebook that, I'll let everybody know. But this is not gonna be my last time here. The next time I hope to meet some of my students so that we can share and then see what goes from there.
Here in Entran Bulldog Rosarito, there's a professor who trains under you, Mario, you're saying?
Yeah, he's one of the helpers here. He's a blue belt. He was one of my students in San Diego, and he's living down here now. He's actually the one that contacted me to bring me down here, and I'm really glad he did. I'm going to be down here today, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, and I just hope to share my knowledge that I have. I hope everybody, can take what I have to give.
Well, thanks a lot for sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you so much.
Any email address or Facebook name for people can contact you that are interested in
Yes, of
taking
course.
a seminar?
You can just contact me on Facebook, Elias Gallegos, or you can find the Gracie Humaita competition team at Eastlake, and we'll be on there. They can contact me today.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.